Alright, so here's the splitbox, worn as a sling. And I'm controlling Heath over here. Oh wait. That's just something I did. What up? I'm just showing off this splitbox.
Muscle power folio!
So I have this little cord that's in between, right? So this cord makes it so that it can only be spread so far apart, which is good because I don't want it dangling too much. As I said, I don't want it like swinging around. That would suck. And then on the bottom, I've always had this like, this kind of material, right? The kind of like drawer lining that you can get, where it's like kind of spongy and soft and it's so sticky. I'm about to leave for James today. I'm going to show off this thing first. Hold on. There's... might be an issue here. Oh yeah, there was. Okay, so that button actually moves. That's cool. Like you can take it apart really easily. The top is just held on by magnets, which is good in a lot of ways, but for the next one, it's going to be, the buttons will be soldered rather than just quick disconnects. Just so, if there's a lot of moving around, like quick disconnects are like a little less dependable. Oh yeah, well I guess I'm probably too quiet because I'm just very far away. But I'll lower this. Usually when I talk, I'm a lot closer. Oop, that's too much. Alright, I upped the gain a little bit, so hopefully this is going to be better as I'm further away. Yeah, it's just a really different, mic level than usual, distance than usual. So, yeah, it's really comfortable so far. I've only played like this for like 20 minutes, but I already feel like I'm taking it to it pretty easily. Moving around feels totally good. Nothing feels weird. Like standing is comfortable for me, and sometimes it's more comfortable than sitting. So sometimes I'm commentating. Just this weekend I was commentating and I chose to stand up rather than sit for a lot of the time because that's just more comfortable. So this is nice. The only thing I'm not sure about is whether this over the course of like a long session would start to hurt. It might. This is only weighs, I don't know, I would estimate 3 pounds, so not much.
Muscle power folio!
Yeah, right, so people have brought up using like a harness in the same way that somebody might, if you're like in a marching band, right, you'll have a harness and carry around your drums or whatever it is that you're using it on. That's probably like more than I want to bother with. At that point, I might just like not bother. But I really like the idea of it in the meantime. Yeah, I used to play sitting on the floor. I mean, I used to play, I don't even know how to describe it. Have you ever seen somebody sit on the floor and they kind of are playing underneath their leg? There you go. This is how I started out playing. I'll show you. Just angle it down a little bit onto the cat stuff. So, is this here? Okay, cool, yeah. So I started out playing like this, right? Is this still visible? It's So I'm like kind of playing underneath my leg. And this was really common. Back in the day, people played like this a lot. You know, everybody had really tall, gigantic sticks called mass sticks that were, you know, 10 pounds, gigantic things. Probably 4 inches tall, I would guess. I mean, they're really tall. So this was like a really comfortable thing to do. And it kind of mimicked like where the hands were relative to an arcade cabinet. So this is what a lot of us did. It wasn't until later that, I mean, I didn't learn how to play like this for years. It took me quite a while. Alright. Let's bring this back. So, I've been playing like this. You know, if you on a table, right? Not like on my legs. But I've been playing like this for a little while now, for about a year. For the most part, it feels good. I like it. It's certainly more ergonomic. Yeah. But this feels really ergonomic too. This is now probably 2 spread apart. I have an auto retracting cord in here. Let me show you. You know, one of these little guys, right? Where you can like, it's a mono price thing, auto retracts. There you go. Ooh. So yeah, it feels good. And like I like moving around. It's very hard for me to stay still. In fact, that's part of the reason for the splitbox in the first place. That sitting still, it takes me more brain power to sit still than it does to just be moving around constantly. So I feel like it's better for me too. If I'm not focused on staying still, then I'm moving. And if I'm focused on staying still, then I'm not focused as much on whatever it is that I'm doing instead. So I feel like this would allow me to move around really well. This was hard for me. I feel it's easier standing up for some reason. I don't really know why. But I've always, since learning hitbox, struggled with 720s. And I feel like it's easier like this. Everything else I feel good with on hitbox, but 720s have eluded me. And like I said, I've been doing this for 25 minutes now, and it feels really good. Alright.